Hi, I'm Joe Polizzi, and this is the Content Inc. podcast. 5 minutes every Monday for content creators who desire to be content entrepreneurs. So we're just a few days away now from major holiday, New Year's Day, college football games, all that good stuff. And if you follow me in any way, you know that this is the time of the year that I talk about goal setting, because there's no better time than to rethink what we want to do as we enter this new year. So my apologies if you've been reading all kinds of goal setting stuff from me, but this is really important because what I've realized is most people actually don't set goals. So sure, they have some idea of this is what I want to do, this may be what I want to be, but really none of the people that I seem to talk to write down these goals, really set goals for their lives and their career. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I found that just a majority of people exist. And again, I'm not shaming. There's nothing wrong with this. They follow a daily pattern that they accidentally fell into. They get up, they work, they do some things, they go to bed, they repeat this process, and are generally unhappy with their chosen life. Now, again, nothing wrong with this, but it's not how I would choose to live. I've also found that these same people believe the majority of their life is out of control. Someone is always to blame for the circumstance that they're in, and nothing can be changed. Again, this is just my experience. Now, I've had the professional opportunity to meet a lot of people from all over the world, and sometimes I give advice, and sometimes people listen. Now, what I've learned through these meetings is that if people believe they cannot do something, for whatever reason, they are 100% correct. If a person believes he or she or they didn't get the job because of where they went to school, or the chosen hire had an inside track, that person is absolutely correct. The only way that person will ever get the job they want is to first change the belief. It's just very easy to say and hard to do, but this is something we have to do. Now, how can this be fixed? We don't focus on why something cannot be done. We begin with the end in mind. If you're a fan of Stephen Covey, I think his second step is beginning with the end in mind. I love the 7 Habits book. It's always a good reread if you get a chance. So we're talking about beginning with the end in mind. What we really need to do is take our goal setting seriously. And I mean really seriously for 2022. I have all kinds of data on this, on why writing down goals and habits and how to do things work a certain way. So if you want to check that out, just go to thetilt.com or go to joepolizzi.com, type in goal setting, and you'll find all kinds of things. But here's what we really want to do. We want to figure out our goals, and then we want to share those goals with other people. But more importantly, we want to review those goals on a daily basis. That's correct. Every day, we want to read out our goals and making sure we stay on track. Now, what I like to do is I like to separate my goals into the following 6 categories: financial, family, spiritual, mental, physical, and philanthropic. So I look at these 6 categories and I want to create at least one goal, probably 2, under each one of these areas. So I'll give you an example of how this works. Under each category, I want to list goals in the present tense, like they've already been accomplished. And yes, I really do this. And then we review them every day. Now, daily is not a requirement, but consistently reviewing your goals is. So for example, under financial, I would put, I own companies that I can control at a distance and have great people working for me. Or spiritual would be, I pray every evening with my family. Or mental would be, I read 1 book per month on something non-business related. Physical would be, I run 2 times per week and compete in 2 half marathons per year. By the way, as I'm recording this in 2 days, I'll run my second half marathon of the year. So I'm just getting it in under the wire. So you take those goals and you actually write them down. Don't use your smartphone. Don't use your iPhone. Actually write these things down using a pen and notepad. Simple notepad or Moleskine will do just fine. If you want something that's really robust and can motivate you every day, you can try something like the Freedom Journal from my friend John Lee Dumas. It's great. I have one. It's fantastic. And yes, you should continually adjust and update your goals as well, which is why once in a while you will recreate your goals in a new notebook. And I generally every year I switch to another notebook, or sometimes I go to a new page and say, oh, I've just scribbled too much. This goal has changed so much. I need a fresh piece of paper to start. So this goal setting and review process is the number one recommendation I can make to people who are struggling to find their way. Most, for whatever reason, just don't do this. It's not hard, but you have to make it a habit. 3 minutes a day is all it takes. Reviewing your goals in the morning keeps you from engaging in activities that do not lead you to accomplishing your goals. So I would recommend as you do this, get them down. You can change them all the time, but then in the morning, review them before you do anything else. And I hope documenting and reviewing your goals on a regular basis really can change your life like it changed mine. Regardless, I just want to thank you for listening to this. It means so much that on a weekly basis you listen to me rant or rave about something for 5 to 7 minutes. And I want to wish you the best of holidays and success in 2022. Thanks.